All right, let's see.
Months, been some months. And it's finally all complete. I can't wait to show you guys this. This is a dream for me. This is unbelievable shit. When we take you through this room, you're gonna be blown away. I've been blown away, we've all been blown away. This is an incredible place. I'm gonna take you guys through some things. I mean, listen, for me, coming home, you guys know it's been crazy. We got a big home, we're close to the family. This is where I'm gonna raise my family, you know? So when we were talking about ideas for the house and things to do, we talked a lot about spare rooms and what we were gonna do with certain rooms, and we talked a lot about a gaming space, an office space. I've always wanted my own office. I've always wanted my own streaming room, like a room that was just for streaming, you know, because streaming in general, you kind of gotta check out. So we were talking a lot about that, and that's kind of where this room came from, man. It's just the idea of getting away, the idea of getting lost in it.
This whole project really started with the entryway. Basically what we wanted it to be a way for Nick to get in his mindset. And the concept started with a cave and a waterfall. And we really wanted it to stand out to help Nick get in his mindset before games. So we installed automated doors that are motion censored. So when he walks up, they let him in. And the first thing he sees is his Spartan logo. And from there, turn the corner, and there's the room.
You know, my parents always told me, and everybody always told me to invest in things that you do a lot, you know? So you buy a new bed.
He's got a fireplace, he's got a little bar.
Daddy, chill.
You gotta invest in things that you spend a lot of time on. So this gaming room, you know, I've been slacking on it for a while. The desk that we use in there, it's nothing to be ashamed of or anything, but I mean, I've been using a desk, a $20 desk from, I don't even know where we bought it. Home Depot. It was like 20 bucks. It's plastic. We've been using that for God knows how many years, man. And then, you know, we've been using a bucket for the top of my monitor. I got a chair from a garage sale. I mean, it really hasn't been until now that we actually invested a lot into the streaming and gaming space. So we went all out. This is my home. This is where I'm gonna raise my family and my kids. I'm gonna retire from being a streamer in this room. First things first, man, Emu loves to watch me game. She loves it. She likes to sit right by me. Back in the Cali apartment, we had a big beanbag, man. She'd sit behind me outside the camera and just watch. And she loves it, man. The animals, Joey and Kai, come in there too. So we wanted to make sure that when we made this office, there was a place for her.
That's cool.
She loves being warm. In Michigan, it gets a little cold. So as you can see, there's a fireplace. Got a big, deep couch, nice screen, so she can watch the stream. Believe it or not, that screen is linked up with my PC, so she'll actually watch it off of the OBS, so there's zero delay. It's pretty cool. So anyway, we want to make sure we have a good spot for, you know, not only her, like just anybody who's chilling in the game room. A lot of times my little brother comes over, he likes to watch and hang out with me. That's good for him. He'll be able to hang out here a little bit as long as he don't eat up all my food. So that's this area, man. We got a little feng shui going. We got some stars on the ceiling. All in all, it's supposed to be really vibey and really comfortable and warm. That's what this is. I like it a lot.
The main feature of the lounge here is the Galaxy ceiling. The Galaxy ceiling is actually 1,400 individual strands of fiber optic wire coming from 3 different drivers. It was quite the process. It started out with actual stock photo of a Galaxy where somebody actually had to sit and individually click on all 1,400 lights to produce this.
Big shout out to the team, man. You already know we got the phase beanbag. That was Lee and everybody else. They hooked me up with this one, man. It's kind of funny because we have a love sack, man. It's a much smaller one, and Emu's always complaining about how it's not big enough, so we got the big Bertha, and we wrapped it in phase, and it goes right in with the room, man. This fridge, they made it in outer space. They made this fridge in outer space.
Is he sponsored by Respawn Chat?
Space station, and they sent it down here. The aliens worked on this one.
The
I didn't know
fridge
that.
was something that I didn't know existed, but I wanted to find something that was just ties the room together. That was something technical, something cool, something different.
Oh, it's kind of cool.
Usually you see these at like stores and movie theater, but we couldn't find it. And then I finally found it. Gary and I sat here for hours and hours and hours on day with him and Flick trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. And we finally got it to work, and it looks great.
Big shout out to Respawn, man. We got a pyramid of it right here. Listen, every day on stream, without doubt. I fill up my Respawn, red or blue. Those are my colors. And it locks me in, it keeps me loaded, keeps me ready to go, man. So major shout out to Respawn, everything got going on over here with the fridge. Appreciate you guys, man, for real.
So here we have
He's got a waterfall behind him.
Or the gaming
Holy
section.
shit.
This whole damn thing is a gaming section, okay? We have 4 240 Hz Alienware monitors. Each station has a G Pro X keyboard with interchangeable switches. We have G Pro wireless mics.
I wonder how many of this was
G640
sponsored.
mouse pads. We have Logitech C922 webcams at each station. Underneath, we have Astro Mix amps that are connected to PlayStation
You think a lot of it?
and Xboxes.
Like,
on
do you
the
think
other
he
side of
bought
the
that, or
wall.
do you think it was sent?
So
Maybe
from
it
each
was sent.
station, you'll be able to play PC, Xbox, PlayStation. You can grab whatever SCUF controller you want. They're all programmed. Everything's ready to go. So each station has 9700K processors, 2080 Ti's. Thanks to NVIDIA for sending us those, and thank you NZXT for the computers as well. So each of our game stations are ready to stream.
Over here, we got our Astro headsets. Believe it or not, man, I tell you guys,
Bro, I gotta say, someone in chat goes, meanwhile, Tim's in a closet.
stream all the time, but I've been rocking Astro
it's
headsets
true,
since
dude.
MLG days, man. 2006, MLG Dallas, Halo, and Gears of War, man. So we got our Astro.
I can't believe there's a
headsets right
waterfall
here.
behind him. What?
Big shout out to Astro and Logitech, incredible partners. Up on top, we got our official SCUF controller. We got on each side the brand new version, the SCUF Infinity full
That's cool,
PS.
man.
Good little shelves to show those off, you know.
So this entire room is equipped with cameras. Nick wanted something to just kind of like show the room off, but also so you guys can see more, because for years you've only seen him and his big forehead. So we wanted to put cameras in each corner of the room. So this camera hits everything. It hits the waterfall, it hits the stations, so you can see anyone that's playing over here, anything at all. You can see Kai hitting the water fountain when waterfall when she gets here if she wants to. So everything in this area will be able to be hit from that. This camera here hits this entire area. That hits the fridge, it hits the countertop. So this is the last camera. This camera is the first one as soon as you come in, but it hits everything in this area.
So the middle section of the room is Nick's desk. This is where he's going to spend the majority of his time. So it's really important that we.
I have this monitor, but I have it up. That's my chat monitor, and it's up. He has it wide, bro. That's how big that desk is. Holy shit.
A lot of time and energy into getting the details
That's crazy.
right, as well as making it comfortable and just a room that can adapt with him. You know, one of the main things was the desk. We needed space. We needed him to feel secure and tight and be kind of backed into a corner while still being able to view the room and see what's going on. And probably my favorite part of the whole room is
That's cool.
not just Nick's area, but some of the details that go into it. This ceiling detail was something that was inspired by Yuli. Early on in the consulting, he showed us these hexagon tiles that he saw somewhere he thought would be cool.
So these panels, yes, they're soundproofing. There is already soundproofing in the wall, so it dampens the sound even more. And we wanted something completely different. A lot of sound panels now are just squares, some are diamonds. We actually researched and developed these panels, so no one else has these panels, and you can't buy them anywhere else. So that's really cool that we wanted to add a little depth, and this is definitely something unique to an already unique room.
As you can see, we did a floating ceiling that's cantilevered out, backlit with LEDs. So there's a lot of dimension here.
It looks like
and
lava.
Not just the tile themselves, but the whole feature.
We're coming up with this plan. Gary can kick it back to a picture that we have of like literally a desk and a bucket and some monitors and something. We were setting it all up. This is exactly how we set it up. And this is tit for tat how I had it and how I wanted it. I got my 3 that go across and I got my 1 up top. PC's behind me. Shout out to NZXT, the best partner in the game, man.
True.
They hooked me up with all these crazy PCs.
True.
These computers all have RTX 2080 Ti's. It's the only graphics cards we've been using. We've been using them for a long, long time. We get 1,000 FPS. A lot of you guys ask in the YouTube comments always, how do we get 1,000 FPS in the Fortnite for creative, and how we keep our FPS high throughout end games and all that other stuff in Fortnite. These cases are H510 Elites. They're custom H510 Elites with the Spartan helmet on the side, RGB underglow, RGB everywhere, NZXT fans, Kraken cooler, 32 gigs of T-Force RAM. Each computer has a 3900X AMD processor. The reason why we need such a high count processor, because this computer is not only going to stream, it's also going to do the DMX lighting in here. It's going to control cameras. It's going to control the security cameras. Everything in this room is going to be ran by this computer. So this computer had to be the most overkill thing, and thank you NZXT for sending us something so insane. Nick's gaming computer is a little bit different than this one. This one has a terabyte M2 drive. It has Kraken coolers as well. It has 16 gigs of RAM. It has an obviously RTX 2080 Ti's in here as well. And it has an Intel 9900K processor. So here we have Nick's security panel. These are Bosch cameras. These are really hardcore. These cameras are technologically advanced. They have biometric scanning. They have fence, or like sensor radar. I don't even know what to call it right now. And it's really cool to work with it.
So a lot of work, you know, put in this room, especially by the Imagine team. I mean, we got Lee. Lee's my guy. He got all the wiring done in here, man. But I mean, the Imagine team, Jack, Mike, Frank, you guys are incredible. I knew from the beginning when I hit them up about a project like this, I could tell by their hunger to do something fun that it was gonna really work out. Like, they're a younger group, you know, they're really about it, man. These guys, you know, when I said I wanted it to be fun and I wanted it to be a thing of passion, their eyes lit up like a light bulb, man. And I knew from the beginning that this was gonna be a really good partnership.
What stood out right away was just the element of design, like just having free flow to really do what we wanted down here.
That looks lit,
but
man.
also
It looks really
with
cool.
Nick and Yuli and the team and understand what they're trying to capture. It's not every day you get an opportunity to make a space that's used for.
I'm
this
sure that they
reason.
thought of
And,
this. I'm sure they thought of this. But the waterfall, do you think you're going to hear that in the background? That's all. I don't know about you, but that, like, with the microphones, that's all I'm hearing.
creativity and being able to do things that
I'm
we've
assuming
always had
his
in our
his
heads,
his setup seems kind of far away from it. So
So all in all, you guys have seen the room. It's crazy. I know, and it's a lot going on. It's a total flex, without a doubt. But listen, man, I'm proud of everything that we've done here. I'm proud of the M-Fam. I'm proud of the name and the brand and everything that we've accomplished. As corny as it gets, and as many times as you hear it, I love you guys. Without all of you, this doesn't happen. And I appreciate it. I hope you guys know. And that's why, listen, man, we do big things all the time together, and we're going to continue doing big things. This is just another big thing. Big shout out to all of our partners, but most importantly, a big shout out to you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love.
I mean, that room is.
I mean, yo, from the bottom of my heart, man, you put me in a great place. You put my family in a great place. Everybody's happy, healthy. And this, goddamn, this room is sick, man. I'm so happy, and I cannot wait to get
I wonder what
again.
this monitor's for. That's what is it got? 1, 2, 3. I wonder if that maybe chat, maybe.
It's gonna be a little bit longer. We got a Florida trip coming up, man. But when we get back,
porn.
all
Yeah.
streams are gonna be from here. I'm really excited to get in here and actually get it popping. But that won't be for a little time now. I just wanted you guys to see the room.
That's cool,
Really,
man.
thank
I
you.
mean, that's incredible. That room's incredible. Meanwhile, Tim's in a closet. True.
8 months, 9 months, 8 months, or 7 months? Months.
While we're waiting
As
for
long
him.
as you don't eat up all my food.
Honestly, I think my
Practice area,
favorite
man,
part
like-
of this setup is the couch and like the area where other people can go while he's streaming.
actually watch it
That's really
off of
cool.
the OBS, so there's a 0 delay. It's pretty cool. So anyway, we want to make sure we have a good spot for, you know, not only her, like just anybody who's chilling in the game room. A lot of times my little brother comes over, he likes to watch and hang out with me. That's good for him. He'll be able to hang out here a little bit as long as he don't eat up all my food. So that's this area, man. We got a little feng shui going. We got some stars on the ceiling. All in all, it's supposed to be really vibey and really comfortable and warm. That's what this is. I like it a lot.
The main feature of the lounge here is the Galaxy ceiling. The Galaxy ceiling is actually 1,400 individual strands of fiber optic wire coming from 3 different drivers. It was quite the process. It
That's cool
started
too,
out
man.
with actual stock photo of a Galaxy where somebody actually had to sit and individually click on all 1,400 lights to produce this.
Big shout out to the team, man. You already know we got the face beanbag. That was Lee and everybody else. They hooked me up with this one, man. It's kind of funny because we have a love sack, man. It's a much smaller one, and Emu's always complaining about how it's not big enough. So we got the big Bertha, and we wrapped it in phase, and it goes
Hang on,
right
wait.
in with the room, man.
I'm looking at this video. There's the top D right there. That does not look. I mean, I guess it does kind of look like me. Come on. Yeah, I'm a football player too. I stream and I play football. Secretly.
This fridge, they made it in outer space. They made this fridge in outer space at a space station, and they sent it.
I want to see his
Had a
actual
little
setup
depth,
again.
and this is definitely something unique to an already unique room.
As you can see, we did a floating ceiling that's cantilevered out, backlit with LEDs. So there's a lot of dimension here.
So this is this built into the wall? This right here is dope. How it's coming from his ceiling. That's sick.
And not just the tile themselves, but the whole feature.
We're coming up with this plan. Gary can kick it back to a picture that we have of like literally a desk and a bucket and some monitors and something. We were setting it all up. This is exactly how we set it up. And this is tit for tat how I had it and how I wanted it. I got my 3 that go across and I got my 1 up top. PC's behind me. Shout out to NZXT, the best partner in the game, man. They hooked me up with all these crazy PCs to put in this room.
These computers all have RTX 2080 Ti's. It's the only graphics cards we've been using. We've been using them for a long, long time. We get 1,000 FPS. A lot of you guys
does Nick have 2 keyboards attached into one big keyboard?
Just
got to that.
Our FPS high throughout.
Because I want that. Also, I have those monitors. Those monitors are sick. The Alienware ones. I just got it for Christmas, and it's
RGB
awesome.
underglow, RGB
Wow.
everywhere. NZXT
240 hertz
fans,
OP.
cracking cooler.
It's just a
32
really nice
gigs
monitor.
of
Like, it's got really good
GeForce
color, too,
Each
for
computer has a
240 hertz.
3900X AMD processor.
He's got
the
a
reason why we use
waterfall?
such a
What?
high count processor,
Dude.
because this computer is not
Bro,
only going to
I don't want to
it's
ever
also
do
going
anything.
to
I don't
do
think I
the
ever want to do
DMX
anything like
lighting
that.
here. It's going to control cameras.
What do you
It's
mean?
going to control the
Like
security
how
cameras.
Ninja, I just like
Everything in
having
this
the
room
whole
is gonna
thing
be
kind of just
ran by
like built in,
this
so you can't really
computer.
change it.
So this computer had to be
I
the
mean?
most overkill thing, and thank you NZXT for
I
sending
mean,
us
it's
something
sick. It's
so insane.
absolutely sick. But I
Nick's
think that
gaming
like mine's gonna.
computer
I'm gonna do
is
more
a little bit
my
different than
when
this
I
one.
when I
This
get
one
in the,
has a
after we move
terabyte
out of this
SSD
house.
drive.
I'm gonna
It has cracking
like
coolers
have
as
a
well.
big like it's gonna be really like